Currently, as I'm filming this video, I am working on a brand sponsorship bundle that will be live April 2025. I know how overwhelming content creation can be, and my goal is to simplify the process and help many creators to succeed without feeling stuck. And I'm sorry for this long rambling. Typically, I don't do this. So the title of this video is Start Before You Feel Ready. As simple as that sounds, it's actually a very important. When I started content creation, my aim was to be more confident in front of the camera, right? And I didn't feel ready, but I started anyway. And what better way for me to achieve my goal if I did not actually started filming content? What better way? No amount of research or studying can actually beat the experience you are going to gain by practicing that which you want to become. That means that you can watch all my videos or any other resources that you see online, be it paid or free, on how to edit, how to be a content creator, how to fix your camera or whatever. But if you don't actually practice, if you don't practice, it's nothing. It's just waste of time. Knowledge is only powerful when it is applied, not when it is stored in your head. At this point, some of you don't need more motivation. You need more execution because you've learned so much already. It is for you to execute that which you have learned. Now that is your problem. The fastest way to know what works and what doesn't work is through execution. You know what? After this video, go and set a goal to upload as many videos as you can, no matter how they are. Did you see my recent video? Did you see how swollen my eyes were? That was because barely 5 minutes into that video that you watched, I kicked my tripod and my microphone receiver fell and it stopped working. I literally cried myself to sleep, but I still woke up the next day even after crying, and I filmed that video. And that video is live. A lot of my community members, a lot of my subscribers, they resonate with that particular video. Guess what? One of my subscribers that sells gadgets on Instagram at Rico Star, thank you so much, girl. She actually sent me an OTG to connect to my other Type-C receiver. That is what I'm currently using. Treat your first 10 to 20 videos as if you are test running, as if it's an experiment. Don't expect too much. Now, the next thing is going to actually mess with some people's ego, because a lot of people are always saying, you know what, if it's not perfect, I'm not doing. But do you know that too much of perfectionism can actually equal to procrastination? Heard that before? Does it sound familiar? Too much research, too much preparation can actually put you in a place where you will start procrastinating. It's different when you're looking for clarity for a particular subject. You go online, do your research, gather the resources that are available, and your curiosity is clear. That is it. But when you start to spend many weeks, months readjusting, rewriting the script for that YouTube channel, girl, you're about to start procrastinating, because that delay alone will start to bring in fear. Different things will start to creep into your head. I said it recently that we are in an era where we are exposed to too much information. So many informations are contradicting each other. If you're not careful with the amount of information that you consume, you're in trouble, because all the ideas just start to contradict and you find yourself readjusting every 5 minutes. You're tricking your brain that you're being productive, but as a matter of fact, you're procrastinating because you are stalling. You're not even sure anymore. Now, the problem there is there is no perfect time. If you wait for the perfect time, that work might just never come to life. Nobody's going to see it. You're going to give yourself permission to make mistakes. In fact, that is what makes you a human being. Give yourself the permission to make mistakes. Say to yourself that, you know what, this isn't my best work, but I'm gonna put it out. I'm going to put it out. I'm going to do better the next time. Focus on consistent action rather than perfect execution, because there's no perfect thing. Nobody is perfect. Why are you aiming to be perfect? Set time limits for planning. Me, I know that on Monday, the entire day I am brainstorming. At the end of the day, I should have something to work on. I know that on Tuesday, I have to film. A lot of my friends now know that on Tuesday, you don't call me anyhow because I might be filming. On Wednesday, I have to edit. If I wasn't done with the editing the previous day, I continue editing. Now the next day, I try to post. That is what I've been working on. I want to be more consistent. That thing of, oh, it has to be perfect, not anymore. And if your reason for not starting is, oh my gosh, I don't know what to post, I don't have a niche. Clarity comes from action, not from thinking. You figure it out along the way. When you start creating, you will start to see what kind of content comes naturally to you. What kind of videos do people respond to? What topics feels exciting for you to talk about? You know what? If you have a problem with this niche thing, I have a framework that is titled the 4P formula to finding the perfect niche. I'm going to link it in the description so you can go and get it for 1,000 naira. That's $1. I'm placing a price on it because it took me 2 days to create it, and I want you to pay for it. Go and pay for it. People value something that they pay for. Go and pay for it and study it. At the end of the day, you have more clarity when it comes to choosing that niche that is going to suit you. If you start a niche that is not working, pivot, leave it, or seesaw. Try something else till you find that one that is suiting, that doesn't feel like a job, that you don't think of it and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe I still have to do this kind of content again. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. If your excuse is, oh my god, Favour, I am too shy, I can't be in front of the camera, I can't be in front of the camera, go and watch my first video. I barely had it together. I literally felt like somebody was going to come outside and I was so shy, like, oh my god. But when I did it again, and I did it again, it became easier. That is to tell you that confidence comes with the more you do it, the more confident you will become. The more you record, the more confident you are on camera. The more you edit, the more easy the process is going to be. Confidence comes after, not before, for a lot of people. My goal wasn't to feel confident before I started. My goal was to build confidence through practice. And guess who is more confident than I was in my first video? Me. The first couple of videos are going to feel awkward, but trust me, that's the process. When you are free later, make sure to check out this video where I touch down on being confident on camera. You know, when I touch down, you know that I touch down. Check that video out later. So let's move on. Something you should know is that the algorithm favors people who are consistent, not people who are perfect. Every video that you upload gives the algorithm more data to work with. The more you post, the more likely that the algorithm is going to show new people your content. New people are going to find you. You cannot compare the growth and engagement of somebody that is showing up every time in your face. Anytime you come online, you will see that this person posted a new video. This person posted a new video. This person, in fact, sometimes it's like the algorithm is shoving people's video on our face. You can't compare the growth of that creator to the growth of me before. That probably will show up every 4 months. I've changed because of how busy people are in this street. It is out of sight, out of mind. You think people don't have real life problems? They should be thinking of you all the time. It is out of sight, out of mind. You will even improve faster by posting consistently, because the more you post, the more you learn, rather than waiting for one perfect video, one perfect idea. Sometimes that perfect idea is every 3 months. You want people to be waiting for you that long? The more you post, the more feedback you will get. And in content creation, feedback is a very important tool to improving your content. When you post regularly, you will see which videos are performing better, what your audience are saying, what type of comments and questions they are leaving, what they like and what they don't like. Remember, the goal is not to please everyone. The goal is to create better content. So when you get negative comments, don't take it personally. Mr. Beast was asked how he dealt with criticism. Mr. Beast, the famous YouTuber that you know. See his answer.
Has any of that stuff ever got to you? Any criticism?
Oh, of course. Yeah, I mean, all criticism all the time does, but I mean, the thing is, independent of that kind of stuff, it's just like, I mean, we are averaging like 200 million views a video, like, you know, like most of it unique viewers. Like, we're talking like 2+%, sometimes 3% of humans alive watch every piece of content I put out, you know, depending on how well the channel's doing. And so like, that means like I could upload a video, and then with 365 days later, you could grab 33 random humans anywhere on the planet, especially because we do dubs. You know what's even crazier is YouTube's not in China. So that's like 2 to 3% of humans alive, excluding China. Or China's mixed in there, but if you just take people excluding China, it'd be more like 3 to 4%. But you could just grab 33 random people on the planet, and one of them on average would have seen that video because the views are so fucking high. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of criticism that's thrown at me. And the thing is, you know, since our stuff's so global, sometimes, you know, transcends culture and not everyone views everything. And so everyone has different opinions and stuff like that, which is why it will drive you crazy at our scale if you try to make people happy. Because even if 99% of people are deeply happy, which is an insane hit rate. Like, if you make a piece of content, 99% of people that watch it love it. That is wild, which that kind of stuff doesn't happen. But in our case, if just 1% is unhappy, that's 2 million people, which is more than anyone else even gets on video views on video. So, which will feel like an insurmountable amount of criticism and feedback. And it's very easy to like trick your mind into thinking, damn, everyone hates me, because you just, you know, focus on the 1% instead of the 99. So I just came to the point where, you know, I just have to have my own internal guidelines of like, do I think what I'm doing is good? Do what I think, you know, is moral, ethical? Do I believe in what I'm doing? If so, fuck it. Like, I'm never going to be able to make everyone happy. So and if you let the whims of the internet kind of decide what is okay and what's acceptable, and when you're being bad or good, then you don't have a spine, you don't have a backbone, you stand for nothing, and it will just destroy you mentally. And so, I mean, I don't know what age I was when I kind of got in that mindset, but I just was like, I'm going to decide, and I'm not going to let the internet decide, you know, what is okay and what's not. And then ever since I got to that point, you know, if people criticize me for something and I'm like, I don't agree, then I have like, it's easy for me to just go, oh, well, I don't agree, not going to make everyone happy. I believe what I'm doing is right, and just move on.
Do you get it now?
So the biggest thing that people miss in today's world is that they're already standing on a mountain of value. They've already got so much value, but they're so distracted by the mountain on the horizon. They go, oh, Stephen Bartlett, he's already so much further ahead. He creates podcasts. I could never do that, right? Or they go, oh, you know, I saw this person who's really good in my industry and they wrote a book and I could never write like that. Or, I don't know if I've got anything of value to share. Some people have floated a company for $1 billion and I've only just started, right? What am I going to share? And what they miss is that every single person, your story is relevant, your background is relevant, the people that you know is part of the mountain of value. Your relatability is part of the mountain of value. You're losing your relatability because as you go so high, people just starting out can't even comprehend how to get there. So someone in the middle is going to take a place that you previously occupied because they're more relatable. They're only 2 steps ahead, not 20 steps ahead. So every single person has this mountain of value, but the biggest thing at the moment is the distraction of all the other stuff. And you're so close to your own mountain of value, you can't see it. So the first thing I love to do is just put my arm around people and say, please learn to appreciate the mountain you're already standing on.
Do you get it? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Now let's move on quickly. You would have time to go and think about what these creators just said. But see, opportunities come to people that show up. No matter the skills that you have in this era, my dear, you better put your face on camera. If you notice a trend that is going on, you will see that brands, big brands, millionaires, are now showing up on camera. CEOs, founders, they are now coming on camera because we are in an era where the internet is the marketplace and opportunities are going to come to people that show up. Brands, collaborations, businesses. Do you think they will come to your street? They'll come to your house? The truth is, not everybody will be on the internet, but see, your talent is too big to just be in the circle of your village, to just be in the circle of your family, to just be in the circle of your town. You have to be out here. You have to be out here waiting to receive early opportunities. Brands are more likely to reach out to you when they see that, oh, this person, our content is not perfect, but she's showing up consistently. That means she's serious. She can be better. She can do better. Every video that you post increases the chances of you being discovered. Yes, start now, my love. You really never know what's in front if you don't start. Let me tell you, people value your authenticity more than your skill set. You have to know that people that will watch your content are actual human beings. Human beings connect with authenticity more than they connect with others' polished production. If you are entertaining, if you're relatable, if you're insightful, people are going to overlook your small imperfections. Yes, they will overlook it. It's all in your head. What people care about is your personality. While I was in the summit, I was waiting for the summit to actually begin, and Valerie walked in. In my mind, I'm like, oh wow, that's a stunner. Pretty lady, well put together. She walked in and I'm like, wow, babe, stay this world, sha. And later into the summit, she was given the mic and she was like, if Favour sells anything, I'm gonna buy because I vibe with her personality. And I'm like, what? You mean you were here because of me? Wow. I was humbled. That is to tell you that people are interested in your perspective, in your insights, in your personality. Leave the production. It is their perception that is going to matter. Don't overthink the editing. Focus more on the deliverable. Focus more on showing up as yourself. Oh my gosh, have you seen you? Girl, you're beautiful. Bro, you legit die. Have you seen yourself? You don't want the internet to see you. You don't want us to actually tap from this your mere. We want you out here. We want your personality to shine through the lens of the camera. Do you understand? I am rooting for you. I always say this. I want to see my subscribers at the top. I want to see you at the top. The first videos are not going to be perfect. The lighting might be off. The audio might be a mess. You'll feel all the terrible feelings when you start. But it is okay because they are all part of the process. Stop comparing your first videos to the hundreds, to the 200 videos of experienced creators. Stop comparing. You're killing the fun. Choose a simple video idea, clean your lens, shoot the video, post it, repeat. What will happen is you will build confidence over time. You will start to gain momentum. It might not be as soon as possible, but it will certainly happen. You will figure out what works and what doesn't work for you. You will develop your own voice, your authentic voice, your own style. You will find your people, and even most importantly, you will be ahead of a lot of creators that have not started. You will never feel 100% ready. Truthfully, nobody is 100% ready for anything, but creators who succeed are the ones who pushed through all the discomfort and they started anyway. Your first videos would not be perfect, but you can't actually improve what doesn't exist. How would you know when you don't start? The sooner you start, the sooner you know what to improve on, and that is how you win on YouTube. My aim for this series is to breathe strength into aspiring creators to become main creators. So even if there are not many, but if somebody tells me, oh, Favour, I started my YouTube channel because of you, I'm going to feel so fulfilled. My heart is going to be full. Wow, you did? God used me to do that? Come here. So make sure to pick that camera, the one you have in your hands right now, the one you're using to watch me. That's actually the best camera right now. That's the best. Don't compare it to another one. That is the best. Film with it. Post it. And if you've not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. It is so important. Please turn it on and make sure to watch this video, the creator vision. It did resonate with a lot of people, and if you've not seen it, please do see it. It's going to bless you too. I love you. God loves you even more, and he wants you to be successful. He wants you to excel, but you have to start learning and implementing what you learn. Don't hoard knowledge. Knowledge is only powerful when it is applied. See you in my next video, and bye, my love. Mwah.